have to learn about democracy and equality. You look at this ebook. We have already studied, only revision is important here. But in course of revision, you should be prompt to the class, in the class, because in course of revision, you should learn the art of framing question. How many types of question can be framed from each and every paragraph? This is my main objectives of revision. Sufficient information and knowledge you have obtained in previous classes. Today, paragraph wise, I want to highlight some important questions and answers. Three types of questions are asked in your examination. First, 1 mark question, second, 3 mark question, and third type of question carries 5 marks question. For example, take the, for example, you see this first paragraph. Which type of 1 mark question can be raised from this side? I am failing it, and it will be the matter of our discussion. When did India get independence? Yes, your clear-cut answer is on 15th August 1947. Second type of question, trace out the year with date when foreign domination ended in India. The same answer will be 15th August 1947. Right? Next is, one line is here. There was an urgent need to frame our own constitution to strengthen our newly owned freedom. What does it mean? It means after the end of the British rule, the British ruler went back to England, and this country was on our shoulder to rule. We have, I mean, Indian had to rule India. And as you know, to rule any country, to govern any country, there is need to have rules and regulations. And that rules and regulations are made by the same country person, countrymen. In an independent country, the countrymen makes their own constitution. Here, the meaning is what? One important term is what? Constitution. What is the meaning of constitution? What do you mean? What do you mean by the term constitution? This is very important question. The constitution is the set of rules and regulations according to which a country is governed. What is constitution? Constitution is a set, a body, a group, a combination of many rules and regulations according to which a country is ruled or governed. Here in brackets, meaning is also explained, is given. Constitution means a document, I mean a written paper, a document that lays down the framework, political structure, and the powers and duties of the government. So in this way, you can write the answer of the question, what is meant by constitution. You can answer the question regarding the meaning of constitution. The constitution is a document that lays down the framework, political structure, and powers and duties of government. Now here I explain. Actually, constitution is a written book or papers which laid stress on the framework, I mean, what will be the area or shape of government, limitation of government, what will be the political structure, I mean, democratic, undemocratic, non-democratic, or any type of government, and the power and duties of the government. What is the power or function of the government? What does a government should do? What is the duty of the government? Regarding all these matters, rules are written in a document, in a book, or in the papers, and this is known as constitution. Which type of government will be there, how the government should be framed, formed, what is the duty or function or power of the government. Regarding all these matters, which document gives us information or knowledge, that is called constitution. So in this way, constitution is a set of laws according to which a country is governed, or you can copy this line in your own words, you can write, it is a document that lays down the framework, political structures, powers, and duties of the government. Actually, our constitution begins with a writing that is called preamble. What is preamble? Actually, preamble is an introduction to the Indian Constitution. Preamble is an introduction to our Indian Constitution. It means our Constitution begins with preamble. Here you are looking at the picture of a preamble that is printed in your book also. Actually, it reflects the qualities, basic features, ideals of our Constitution. Okay. Now, here one important question is there. Actually, the Constitution, that was, who has written the Constitution of India? Now, as you know, before the independence, British used to rule country. They made the rules and regulation in the British Parliament, I mean in England, and according to that, they used to rule Indians. But when they went back, let us free. They made us free. We got independence in 1947. Then it became our sole responsibility to make constitution, to govern the country. Actually, our constitution was written by Constituent Assembly, and that Constituent Assembly was formed by the representatives of Indians. They wrote constitution, and it came into effect on 26 January 1950. That is why 26 January is celebrated as the Republic Day by Indians. A question is here, when did Indian Constitution come into effect? Our clear-cut answer will be 26 January 1950. What is the importance of Constitution? Why we follow Constitution? We follow because it guarantees equality to citizens. I mean, it gave equal opportunity to each and every Indians, which give equal opportunity Constitution. Next, it established a rule of non-discrimination by the state in every sphere. What does it mean? It means, since Constitution gives the equality to everyone, so no government can dare to give any particular community more preference. The government has to rule by keeping equality in their minds on everyone. Third point is what? Our constitution ensures that the state treats all the citizens equally and allows equality of status and opportunity to all. And third one, it stops, it prohibits, it forbids the discrimination, I mean differences on the basis of caste, creed, community, so and so forth. In short, it gives us equality in all the sphere. That is why it has importance. Now, second paragraph, you see, a constitution is a set of regulations that a set of people have made and agreed upon. It is often a written document. It lays down the powers and functions of the government. It is nothing but the explanation of the previous sentence. Just in the starting, you have listened. A constitution is a set of laws according to which a country is governed. Actually, it is a framework, power and function of the government. So, constitution is set of regulation. Next is subjugation. So, now next is centuries of subjugation. Subjugation means keeping someone or some country or a country or people under control. Subjugation. Casteism, poverty and illiteracy had weakened the Indian society. Actually, in course of British rule, we were divided by in British. They were against our unity. So they applied many forms of creating differences. They framed casteism. There was the gulf between two, rich and poor. I mean, poverty increased too much. Many persons were illiterate. And all these drawbacks have weakened or made our Indian society very weak. So our constitution maker wanted to root out all these problems, all the means of division of society, and tried their best to ensure upliftment of downtrodden, weak, and save them from the exploitation. So they laid stress on secularism. What is mean by secularism? Secularism means, here you have seen this one, secularism. Now, this is now secularism here. Secularism is a concept. Now, many times you have asked also the question. Secularism is a concept where everyone is free to follow the religion of one's choice and the state does not have a religion of its own. What do you mean by it? Actually, secularism is a system or is a thought in which all religions are given equal place. No religion is given preference. And everyone is made free to follow any religion. There is no any compulsion, right, to follow any particular religion. In India, it was applied so that people cannot fight against each other on the name of religion. Indian Constitution aims to establish a social order where identification of person is not on the basis of the religion that he or she follows or the caste he or she belongs to, but is on the basis of what he or she is or what he or she has made himself into. What does it mean? It means in the eye of the state, any people cannot be testified or recognized on the name of their in the name of their caste or religion. Only person's existence can be believed or can be recognized only on his qualification or knowledge or merit. It does not matter which caste or which religion he or she belongs to. Right? What he is or she is means which type of quality or qualification he or she has. This will be the ground of the recognition by the state. I mean, there is no place of caste creed and community in the eye of the state, especially in secularism. Now, next is, you see here, do you know box? Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar has spoken in the Constituent Assembly in 1949. In India, there are castes, and you know, caste is the social division based on the birth. The castes are anti-national. I mean, they are against the national interests, because casteism creates ill feelings, bad feelings in society. It creates disunity. It frames the infighting among the societies. So it is anti-national. It is not in the interest of nation. Secondly, in the first place, because they are bring about separation in social life. Separation means differences. To make each other separate from each other. Because in caste system, what we see, one caste does not want to touch with other, do not want to come in the touch with others. It is anti-national because they generate jealousy, ill feelings. I mean, something anti-feelings and antipathy, no sympathy, no sense of coordination and cooperation between caste and caste. That is why B.R. Ambedkar said it, anti-national. My dear student, be careful. Here, one question can be raised. What is caste system and how it is anti-national? Right? What is caste system and how it is anti-national? Here answer is given. First, it brings about the separation in society, and secondly, it generates jealousy and antipathy among the people. So it is just against the interest of nation. Now, second is, here from this paragraph also one important question comes. What do you mean by universal adult franchise? And how is it a daring step taken by Constitution framers? One man, one vote. Now the answer is what? Universal adult franchise means right to vote to everyone who is above 18 years without any discrimination of caste, color, religion, reason, or language. You can write in your own words. You can explain it in your own words. Do not copy the book's line. You can say, you can know, you can write in this way that universal adult franchise is a right to vote according to which all the people who is 18 years and above old have right to cast vote. Universal adult franchise means all the people who are 18 years and above old have right to cast vote without any discrimination, without any differences of caste, color, religion, region, or language. Actually, this right made every people equal in one sense, that each people got a right to cast one vote. I mean, one man have a right to cast one vote. That is also called one man, one vote. system. And it is called the most courageous step taken by the constitution famous. Why? Because in those days, I mean, during the uh, framing of constitution, most of Indians were illiterate. They were not educated and they were poor at the time. In spite of it, the constitution maker has given this right to each and everyone. Although there was a fear in their mind and heart. What was that? An illiterate person can misuse their vote, or they can fail to use these rights properly and judiciously. In spite of it, rights had been given to them, and it is called a courageous state. So, what will be the answer of this question? Why one man, one vote was called a courageous state? Because most of the Indians, according to this right, got the right to vote in spite of having the illiteracy and poverty among them. Or it was a courageous state as most of Indians were illiterate and poor at the time. Now next is one government or representatives. How do all the people of India control the government through election? Now the answer is what? As we know, the people of India cast their votes and elect their representatives. I mean, by the help of election, they elect their representatives. These representatives form the government and rule the country to fulfill the wishes of the people who has elected them, who has made them. If the elected representatives or the government do not take care of the people's wishes, in the next election, people do not cast vote against, do not cast vote in favor of them. They give defeat to their representatives. So the representatives as well as the government remains very cautious, alert to fulfill the demands of the people. If they do not do so, they are removed from the power through election. So in this way, by the help of election, people control the government. Is it clear? By the help of the election, people elect the representatives. Elected representatives form the government. The government rules the country to fulfill the wishes of the people. If they get success in fulfilling the wishes of the people, next time again they get the chance. But if the elected representatives do not do so or fails to fulfill the desire or wishes of the people or the promises that they have done, the people do not vote in their favor in the next election and they are removed from the power. People also keep a close watch on the activities of their representatives to guard their rights as granted by the Constitution. So in this way, 2-3 ways, the people apply to control the government or representatives. I think it is clear. If you have any problem, you will chat me. Now here you see, one cartoon is here. मेरे पास योजनाएं हैं, घोषणाएं हैं, वादे हैं, और दूसरा बोलता है मेरे पास वोट है. Here the importance of election is seen. Right to vote is shown. It means in election what happens? The leaders make many types of promises and announcements. They will fulfill all these things after coming in power, let them to be elected by them. They chose to make a lot of things for the people. So many yojanaएं, schemes and ghosnaएं, declarations are made. Why the promises are done, but people say मेरे पास वोट है, I mean मेरे पास right to vote है. If you will fail to fulfill all these yojanaएं, घोषणाएं, वायदे, I mean promises, schemes, declarations, then I will not cast vote in your favor. I mean you are controlled by me, by us. I mean government is controlled by the people, by the voter. This is important. Now, in this way, politicians makes promises to lure the voters, I mean to attract the voters. But the voter is confident, I mean faithful, I mean is in faith about his power. They know the power of the vote. Actually, elections are the basis of equality. Why? How it is the basis of equality? Because right to vote or election gives right to everyone cast votes without any fear and differences. I mean, all are given right to cast vote. One person is allowed to cast one vote, and there is no any special room for anyone or special rights is for anyone. Many political parties participate in election. Each political party is an organized group having its own policies and programs. Party candidates are selected and supported with main power and finances by political parties having a different program that the general public is familiar with. What does it mean? Here you should know what is meant by political party or what are political parties. Actually, political parties are an organization having the same policies and program. They take part in election to form the government. Now, we have 2 minutes. I am unmuting to you all. If you have any problem, you can ask or chat. Okay.